We are supposed to be the smartest species on the planet, and yet I don't see any monkeys doing this. It seems to me that we have reached a point that we are very smart. For example, we can operate machinery, but we are not quite smart enough to realise that constantly breathing in chemical-filled vapour into our lungs is ridiculously stupid. Shut up, mate. Vaping helped me quit smoking. Okay, and please do explain to me where the positive in that is. Replacing smoking with vaping and in claiming you have made a healthy life decision is like a fat man replacing McDonald's with Burger King. He's still going to have a heart attack and your lungs are still going to wither away. In fact, I would go as far as to say that right now, overall, vaping is worse than smoking for the future of humanity, and here is why. Smoking is obviously dirty. It stinks, it tastes bad, I mean, for God's sake, it drips tar out of the end. An ashtray represents death, a clear representation of what your lungs are becoming. Vaping, on the other hand, is all candy floss, butterscotch and rainbow. Now tell me what is more of a danger to young people, the stinky tar-dripping death sticks or the colourful bubblegum flavoured puffs of joy? I've heard kids in the park talking about vapes, getting excited about trying out all the new flavours. When I was a kid smoking fags in the park, I wasn't excited about trying out all the new brands. I had a pack of Mayfair because those were the cheapest, and I was happy to live a miserable life smoking those until the day I died. I didn't get excited, smoking was gritty, depressing, how it's supposed to be. Fucking your lungs is supposed to be a miserable, dirty experience. I never liked smoking, no, I just did it because it made me cool. Vaping, however, has made destroying lungs fun and enjoyable. Look at the advertising and the packaging compared to cigarettes. So yeah, of course smoking is worse for you if you were to smoke as much as you vape, but vapors vape about 20 times more than smokers smoke. So with all this in mind, what poses a bigger threat to young people's impressionable minds? I'm gonna say vaping does. Vaping has not been around long enough for the long-term effects to become apparent. Therefore, there are no hard-hitting warnings on the side of the packets. But there should be, and I'm telling you, one day there will be. One day vapes are going to be sold in little plain brown boxes with pictures of popcorn lung on the side. But in the meantime, kids are getting hooked. I see them all puffing away in the park. You know, the little climbing frame thing that toddlers playing in that. Puffs of smoke coming out of them. It's really fucked up. These little dudes are not realising that addiction is setting in and a future of seriously poor lung health is on the horizon. The nicotine levels in these things are insane. One of these is the same as smoking an entire pack of cigarettes. And yeah, I know you have to be 18 to buy vapes, but then why are they marketed to children? Does 46-year-old Dave really want to puff on some watermelon crush? These things are Haribo for your lungs. And I'm telling you, they were designed to get young people hooked, because pushing cigarettes was not an option anymore. We've all had grandparents, parents, friends get seriously sick and die at the hands of smoking. They can't pretend that it's good for us anymore, because believe me, they used to. There used to be adverts of doctors going, puff on this. But there's been so much death and evidence of lung cancer and throat tumours that they can't keep that bullshit up anymore. So they banned advertising and made the packaging all unappealing because they care about us. And then they introduced vaping. Is anybody seeing the bigger picture here, or is it just me? Is anybody there thinking they do care about us? They don't mean to poison the air, the water, the food, and sell us toxic puff sticks that give us popcorn lung. They don't mean it. They don't mean anything by it. They love me. Wake the fuck up. People are seriously like, oh my god, vaping, a healthier option for my lungs. No, it's the exact same form of population control that smoking is. A highly addictive habit that causes disease. Basically, they found a way to make smoking colourful and fun. And yes, vaping may taste nice, smell nice, and it may be an awful lot of fun, trying out all the flavours in the park with all your toddler mates. But please do not be fooled, because just like everything they push on us, it is pure evil, and one day this will be clear to see. I mean, already the signs are showing. I know somebody whose lungs collapsed because of vaping. He was just sitting there having a puff and his fucking lung collapsed. So if your fucking lungs collapsing, is that really a healthier option than smoking? I'm so fucking healthy right now. What are you doing down there, lung? I also read the other day that someone developed pneumonia and fucking died because of vaping. Now that doesn't sound like a healthier option to me. So yeah, all this shit is going on. Surely you know somebody whose lungs have blown up because of vaping, but for some reason it's not enough for people to wake up and demand that this toxic lung puffy poison is no longer pushed onto our young people. Give it 10 years or so and you wait. The people who puff on vapes as if they're puffing on oxygen are going to be in all sorts of trouble because oxygen is the only thing you're supposed to be breathing into your lungs. It blows my mind and I have to say that sentence. Well, guys, by the way, your lungs are only meant for breathing. Yeah, you know that toxic, puffy, vapor, chemical-filled stick thing you've got in your hand? You're not supposed to be puffing on that 24 hours a day. No, I promise you, honestly, you're going to get popcorn lungs. Maybe they haven't read about it because I've read about it and it doesn't sound nice. Your lungs start popping like popcorn's being made inside them. And you can't breathe. And you start thinking to yourself, fuck, I've got popcorn in my lungs. And then you wither away and die and shit. Look at that lovely oxygen. That's what breathing is meant to be like. My lungs feel awfully non-popcorny right now after that breath. So here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. Population control isn't a conspiracy theory. It's a real thing. Open your eyeballs. Look around. Look what they're feeding us. That's not food. Why do you think they want us to eat it? It's population control, and in order to avoid it, you need to be able to identify it. The same people that push this are the same people pushing this, and they expect the same long-term results. And when these results become too apparent that they can no longer bullshit, that they don't know what it's doing anymore, they will restrict it. Ban advertising, make the packaging bland and unappealing, and they will come across as the good guys because they put restrictions on it when it was them giving it to us in the first place. Come on, do you really believe that they didn't know what puffing on those things 24 hours a day was going to do to you? It's a fucking form of population control, and I am not paranoid. So yeah, one day vaping will be restricted just like smoking is now. And that's when they will come up with another addictive fucking thing that will slowly but surely do us in. They are trying to make us sick. They are trying to kill us. They want us depressed, sad, sick, dead because they feed off our despair. They suck up our negative energy. And also sick, dying people were far more easier to control. They need to keep our numbers down because they can't have too many of us, can they? Especially if we all start waking up. And so a generation of vape addicts ticks all the boxes, doesn't it? I am not paranoid, and I make videos about things that I am paranoid about. Please like, share, subscribe, and fondle my bell. And thank you so much for watching. It really means a lot to me, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye!